It leads us to our second one, which is number 2, which is our grounding technique. Okay. Now, for this one, I want you to take a couple of these if you want. We're going to go through this. We're going to save this to the end of this, but we're going to use this. Now, if you're brave, there's still some warheads in there. Warheads are my favorite thing to do with this. Okay. When it comes to grounding, grounding is about being present in the moment. It is about using as many of our senses as we possibly can to be right here, right now. Depression is in the past, and anxiety is in the future. So being present is how we decrease our physical response right now. So the first thing on there is we have 5 things that you can see. So Jared, what's one thing you can see?
I can see
my hat. Paige, one thing you can see. Okay, my lanyard. And Moa, one thing you can see. My person? Me? Okay, I'm opening myself up for this one. So here's the key with grounding techniques. I want you to describe what you see in as much detail as possible, and here's the key, without judgment. Okay? So Jared, tell me about my hat. Okay. Notice he didn't say, that's an ugly hat. That is the dumbest looking fedora I've ever seen. Those are judgment words. It's black, the brim, the band around it, possibility of material. Okay. Paige, tell me about the lanyard. Okay. Moa, describe. Okay. Thank you for being kind. You didn't say, man, that's an ugly shirt. Those are stupid suspenders or, anything like that. Human nature is that we look at something and we judge. Okay? Oh, this is good, this is bad, this is otherwise. Grounding techniques are about observation. So only what we can, in this example, see. Okay? Next one. 4 things that you can touch. Jared, what's one thing you can touch? Candy. Paige, one thing you can touch. Your pants. Moa, one thing you can touch. Folder. Tell me how the candy feels, Jared. Okay? Hot, cold, room temperature, rough, smooth. Paige, tell me about your pants. Okay. Feel the texture. Okay? Is it soft? Rough? You always have something you can touch, no matter where it's at. Okay? The next thing on there, number 3. 3 things you can hear. So, tell me, 3 things you can hear. Go. Now, how many of you, when I said name 3 things you can hear, were thinking about the bills that you need to pay? Or thinking about what you're going to have for dinner? You weren't. When I said name 3 things that you can hear, go, you were right here with me right now. You weren't in the past and you weren't in the future. This is the whole principle of grounding. Okay? Next thing on there, 2 things that you can smell. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I always got something. We're good. Deodorant's working. Okay. With this, the key with smell, it doesn't have to be positive. There can be things that smell pretty rank, and they would still accomplish what this principle does. But I keep in mind with this that we are trying to do this in a positive way. So we are trying to decrease stress. So I recommend, this takes a little bit of planning, but I recommend you have something ahead of time that works for you. Colognes, perfumes, scented hand sanitizers, scented lotions, scented body washes, scented candles, essential oils, anything with a strong smell. Okay? And if you pick something that has a positive memory associated to it, then you invoke positive memories when you're in crisis. It helps bring you back down. Okay? With this one, when I was back in school, I would pick an essential oil, and when I was studying for a subject, I would take the essential oil, put it on my wrist, study the subject, and then when I went to take the test, I took the same essential oil, I put it on my wrist, and I went in to take the test. The more senses you bring into creating a memory, the longer and the stronger the memory will last. Okay? Number one, something you can taste. That's what we got these candies for. So, the best way to practice this one is at a snack time, because it is a practice. We don't want to have to carry candy all around, because our individuals are very smart and they will just start asking you for candy all the time. So we do this and we plan this around snack times. And snack times are typically around 10:30, 2:30, and about 7 to 7:30 at night. So there's 3 opportunities during the day. And so the way that we do this one is we take it, so grab your candy, and the first thing I want you to do, I want you to look at it. So you look at it, see the print, see what kind of candy it is there. Then I want you to feel it. It's in your hands. Feel the wrappers. Is it kind of waxy if you got one of the Tootsie Rolls? Is it crinkly if you got the Lifesaver? Okay. Now I want you to take it and put it up next to your ear. Move it around in your fingers. I want you to hear it. Hear what that wrapper sounds like. Now I want you to take it and I want you to open it up. I want you to smell it. What does it smell like? Is it minty? Is it fruity? Okay. And once you've done that, now I want you to take it, I want you to pop it in your mouth. When you pop it in your mouth, now, if you got the warhead, you'll feel that right here immediately. And you feel the sour back here. And I love the warhead for this because it also represents life. Just like life, and just like this warhead, when you first experience it, it may make you cry. It may be very sour. It may be uncomfortable. But with a warhead, if you keep it in your mouth for about 30 seconds, it turns sweet. Okay? Life does the same thing. If you got the Tootsie Roll, you chew that. Does it stick to your teeth a little bit? You can feel it kind of go back and forth. The juices that it creates in your mouth. Okay? If you got the Lifesaver, feel the hard candy click against your teeth. You can literally trace the word Lifesaver with your tongue. Okay? So you can plan ahead for this. You can have certain things like that around to help you address and be prepared for this. Now, worst case scenario, let's say you're out on a trip, you're in a van ride or something, and a problem arises, you start trying to do grounding. You do not have to use all 5 senses at the same time for this to work. If you're in a position you can only use 3 of them, use 3 of them. You're driving along, you start asking the individual, what do you see? Describe it for me, and get them in that moment to bring down the moment of crisis. So as we go back to that emotional RPM gauge that we had, we started out at, say, 8,000 RPMs. We did our deep breathing. We brought it down to 6,000 emotional RPMs, right? And now we go from these 6,000 RPMs, do some grounding techniques. Now we're down to about 4,000 emotional RPMs. And now we're finally starting to get to the point where we can begin to process.